Okay, we already discussed the introduction to data science and some related concepts. So today's video we are going to discussing about data science classifications and data science processes. Data science process, prior knowledge, data preparation, modeling, and application. Okay. So before that, we have some features of data science to discuss. Okay. So some key features of a data science are extracting the meaningful patterns, one, and building the representative models, and the combination of statistics and machine learning and computing, the learning algorithms and associated fields like descriptive statistics and data exploration and visualization. Some key features are there. So what is extract meaningful patterns? We already discussed in the previous slides. Meaningful patterns. We have the data. We need to extract some meaningful patterns or informations from given data. Simply extracting the meaningful data. It is knowledge discovery in database in the non-trivial process of identifying the valid, novel, and potentially useful and ultimately understandable patterns. Okay. Then second one, building representative models. So we are in a machine learning. A model is a representation of relationship between variables in a data set. So in a data sense, it's a one key feature. It's a key feature. So building representative models for a given data set. Then next is combination of statistics and the machine learning and computing. So data science is a combination of these three things. That is, we have statistical methods or tools we are using, and we have machine learning and the different computing methods are there. I am not going to these slides, so I'm just going through the features of in exam point of view. You just need to know about the concepts of these things. Yeah. Just remember the headings, and you can just write. You can write the description about these points. Just going through the slides. Okay. So learning algorithms means we have different types of algorithms in the data science. Data science is a process of discovering the previously unknown patterns in data using automatic iterative methods. So using these different iterative methods or different algorithms, we can we can have can create different patterns or different informations. So each data science task uses specific learning algorithms. For us, different purposes, we are using different algorithms. Okay. Then next is associate field like descriptive statistics. We use mean, standard deviation, correlation, and different statistical uh, mm, tools or different statistical equations that we are already using, and exploratory visualization. So for a given data, we need to create some patterns through different visualization techniques. We need to create some information through different visualization techniques. That is, for a given data, we need to create some patterns. Then only we can predict some future informations. So, like different patterns, like histograms, visualization techniques that we are discussing already. We need to discuss in the next slides. different visualization techniques like histograms, scatter plot, etc. Okay. Then next is data science classifications. In the module 1, data science classification is one of the topic we need to discuss. So data science classification means data science is mainly classified into supervised and unsupervised learning models. One is supervised learning models. We we may familiar with these types of classifications. Okay, one is supervised model. So what is a supervised model means? Supervisor is there, right? And another is unsupervised model. We don't have any supervisions. So simply going through the slides. So supervised model and unsupervised model, these are two classifications. What is a supervised model? So very important point is this: there uses a labeled training data. Labeled training data uses a labeled training data. Okay. So supervised or directed data science tries to infer the functions or relationship based on the labeled training data and uses this function to map a new unlabeled data. From the unlabeled data, we have unlabeled data, some set of unlabeled data, we and some trained labeled data is there. So we need to find some solutions, find some informations, or we need to detect if it is which object is there, and through from the given trained data. So we have some examples, then only we can clearly understand what is it is. Okay, we uh, just looking to the points that are given. So supervised techniques predict the value of output variables based on the set of input variables. So we have some set of input variables are there. So we need to predict some values, output. So output we have already known. So its next point is to do these models developed from the training dataset where values of input and output are previously known. So which output we are going to given, we know that which output we are going to detect or going to um, find, which output we are going to find, right? So we know that. So that is the supervised learning. So the model generalizes the relationship between input and output variable. It uses to predict the data set where only input variables are known. The output variables that are being predicted is also known as class. The output variables that is being predicted is also called a class label or target value. Which output variable we are going to predict? That means class label or target variable. Okay. So this is an example. We have some dogs, some cats. So it's a labeled one, right? So already given a label, that is dog is a label. Then some different dogs are there. Then cat is there. Cat given a label cat and different cat is there. So we need to find something that is the already given data. Already we given a labeled data already given to the system, and we are formulating some techniques. Okay. So supervised learning were used to home price prediction or stock prediction. That is already we have some data and we have some data and we need to predict the next day or next week what will be the output. And sales prediction. etc. So some different classification of supervised learning is a regression models and classification models are there. So regression models predict numbers. Okay, numbers is and the classification models predict states. That is house price prediction and stock prediction. Everything is numbers, right? Everything is number. So email filtering and tumor prediction. So everything is some states or some state prediction, right? So example, one example is there. So there is an input data, labeled data is there. Some labels are already given, and is a supervisor is there. Some trained data set is already a some trained data set is there. Some algorithms are there. Some we need to find some desired output, right? So given an input and processing, and given an output. So these are the supervised model. And what will be the unsupervised model? We don't have any supervisor. So unsupervised learning is a data science approach that discovers hidden patterns, structures, or relationship in a unlabeled data. The unlabeled data, that is very important. Unlabeled data. Data is not labeled. Unlabeled data. Okay. Unsupervised data science is a there is no output variable to predict. We don't have any output variables. So we don't have any output variables to predict. So we have some unlabeled data. So some algorithms are there. We need to find through some relationships, through some algorithms. We need to find the relationships. So that not be already given output. We don't know what will be the output. So some given output will be there. The unsupervised data science there is no output variables to predict, and the objective is the class science of techniques to find the patterns. Some we need to find some patterns, right? The data based on the relationship between the data points themselves. So given data, we need to find something. So we have the unlabeled that some group of data is there. So we need to find in the case we are using some spatial facial distances, something that is we are given. Then we are classifying these two data into different classification of group of data x, y, z. We can just name that. That is already given that features of patterns recognitions that were given that we are just categorizing the images on the top of different from different on the bottom. These two images are different. They're just classifying two categories. It's not like it's a dog, it's a cat. Don't know. So unrepresented learning, that is we have some input of a raw data. Then interpretation is the algorithm and process we given an output. Given an output. So supervised learning algorithms unsupervised. I think you go to the points or go to the idea about the unsupervised and supervised learning. You may have the questions in your question papers, different types of different classifications of data science. You just have a got an idea. So data science have different tasks like classification, regression, clustering, association analysis, feature selection, text mining. Different tasks are there for different. They are using different models, and then maybe something is uses supervised and something uses unsupervised. Okay. So classification and regression. Main difference is the classification is based on the classification is generally variables is numeric. That is the predict based on the generalized models built from previously known data. In regression task, okay, regression task, the output variable is numeric. The output variable is numeric. That is the main point. The output variable is numeric. Okay. So input variable may be numeric, but the given regression analysis, that is output variable is numeric one. The example is a temperature going to be tomorrow. What will be the temperature? We have some temperatures are there. So we are going to analyze using the given temperature. What will be the next temperature? What will be the temperature tomorrow? And classification, we have in classification tasks predict the output values which has categorical type. Okay, different categories are there. Something is hot and something is cold. Then will be the will it be cold hot tomorrow? Some tomorrow yesterday is cold, today is hot. What would be the state tomorrow? That is something is category. Some category is there. Okay, these types of is called classification. And deep learning is a more sophisticated artificial neural network increasingly used to classify and regression problems. So deep learning is one of the major area in the research or something. If you want, okay. Then next is clustering. Clustering. What do you mean by cluster? Clustering. Different clusters. Okay. Clustering is the process of identifying natural grouping in a data set. Simple. Okay, we have the raw data through different algorithms. We need to cluster the different data. So clustering may be in the unsupervised learning methods. Sorry, supervised one. Okay, clustering may be in the supervised one. The next is retail analytics. So market basket analysis. That is, simply we can say is that is different. These of a data science the related tasks are there used for business analytics. Okay, so this is we have different group of items are there. Sorry, the pair of items are there, or some items are there. So if it is a common to identify a pair of items that are purchased together, so that specific items can be bundled or placed to next to the other. So if we analyzing some of the pairs of the items are together, so we can just uh, grouping together and we can ask others to buy these are groups. So bundle of a packet of something. The chance of buying this type of uh, grouping is very large. So we can get more business. We can get more uh, profit through this. So recommendation engine are the systems that recommends items to use based on the individual user preferences. Simply, you can say that you can understand what is it is. An anomaly and outlier detection. Identify the data points that are significantly different from other data points. So we have a group of data. Is there some of the data are not uh, grouped together? We can which of the data we can just identify that is outlier detection. And time series forecasting, the process of predicting the future values of a variable based on the past historical values. Example, temperature. These are the examples of. These are some tasks of data science. Okay, text mining. We have a large amount of a text. We don't need to read anything. We need to read the entire text and we need to find the result. We need to create some reports. So the text mining is also a data science application. So through different algorithms we can create the results and we can present results through the different reports using or visualization techniques. Then next is feature selection. It's a process of which attributes in the datasets are reduced to a few attributes that are really matters. That is full feature set. Identify the useful features. Select the feature set. This feature selections. Already given some. Already we have discussed these classification, regression, anomaly detection, time series forecasting, etc. Everything. Okay. A complete data science application can be contain elements both supervised and supervised techniques. Unsupervised techniques provides increased understanding, okay, of the data set and hence are sometimes called descriptive data science. So some questions may be there. Why unsupervised learning? Unsupervised models are called descriptive data science. Okay, because of it is provide an increased understanding of the data set rather than supervised one. Okay, the next is data science process.